Hey there, welcome to Pop Culture Cupid.
I'm Alison, love coach, here to help you single people find your way back to love.
And I'm Michal, I'm a single life coach. I help singles embrace themselves and their singleness, as well as develop a healthy self-relationship.
In this podcast, we will look at how pop culture impacts romance, dating, and your love life.
And each week we'll shoot another arrow through another pop culture delusion.
I thought we weren't going to do the whole cheesy thing.
And then burst into smithereens.
Oh my god, dude, that's so cringe!
Sorry, it's in the intro now.
If you make it through the chaos and you enjoy what you hear, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and go to all the social media.
At Pop Culture Cupid on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy!
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We haven't been talking for so long, so we have a lot to catch up.
I know. There's this podcast that I listen to that I recommend. It's called Shagged, Married, Annoyed. And they are a British couple who live in the north of England, just beneath Scotland. And they're a married couple and they are so funny. And and their relationship, like they started the podcast 4 years ago now, just as like they were testing it out, because he's a comedian and she's very funny, but she's not famous. Well, she wasn't famous. She is now. And the podcast just exploded. Wow. And the beginning of the podcast, they were just being funny, and like you could tell that they just were doing this as like, you know, oh, by the way, we're just going to record a podcast. And very quickly it became a thing where they were telling each other, I've been keeping this from you because I wanted to tell you during the podcast.
Oh, so that's hilarious.
They live together, but they have this strange kind of like relationship to the podcast. It's very funny.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. I'm gonna hide things from you and then just tell you on the podcast.
Exactly. Not like, you know, one day we'll have a podcast and I'll be telling you things like, oh, by the way, but you've already known it for a while.
Yeah. That's really funny. Yeah. I just actually watched, here's something that I was going to tell you and I didn't, so I'm going to do it now on the podcast. Oh my God. And it's so fascinating. Yeah. I just binged watched because I was sick over the last few days. Like now and yesterday I was fine, but like in the beginning of the week I was like all over the place. But so I was sick. I was binge watching on Netflix a show called Easy. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, but it rings a bell. May have heard about it.
And I don't even know how to describe it. But it's about like relationships and sex and marriage and kids and like from all walks of life, and it's very interesting. It's a bit woke, but it's like what woke should be,
right?
But is now over exaggerated. But this is like woke in a good way, like very soft and gentle and very like with tastes and not in your face. And so there's a lot of interesting dynamics over there and a lot of interesting conversations. And a lot of it is like, I feel like I'm watching someone in their private life and I'm like snooping. It really feels that kind of way. It looks like no one's acting over there. Everyone's just like being themselves. But it's just very interesting to see the different dynamics and how accurate it is to life.
I may watch that. I mean, isn't that what reality TV is anyway? Of just you see, looking at these very intimate moments. There's this couple on YouTube. I don't remember their name, and this isn't going to be amazing publicity for them. Where they show their whole lives on social media, and I saw this clip of them, and she had just given birth to their second child, and she goes to him on the podcast, right, am I still tight enough down there? Do you still enjoy having sex with me? And I'm like, whoa, like this is such an intimate conversation. I don't feel that this, like, whoa. But I guess that's what people kind of, that these online people make their money from. They're showing these very personal, and this was pushed to me because it was probably one of their highest going reels of just this very intimate conversation. It's strange. It's the strange world we live in. It's very,
yeah. You know what's strange though? So you're telling me this, and then I'm like, but on the one hand, when we see it in like a reality show or with someone online who's talking about their personal life, it seems like such a weird TMI thing to do. But like, whereas I was watching this show, and just for an example, there's a couple who's having trouble with their sex life, so they or intimacy or whatever, so they decide to have an open relationship, and they show like these different situations where they go and have sex with other people, where they develop relationships with other people, or where they themselves try to do like role playing and things like that. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so like they have such private conversations in private situations, but it's a TV show, so it's not weird at all to watch that. But
exactly. And also there's a sense of what's staged. Obviously, you and I, we don't stage a lot of this, but we kind of always know what we're about to talk about. And so maybe I mean, it's only an hour a day or a week of these people's lives, so it's easy to stage. There's this other couple that I these high rating videos get pushed to me as algorithms work, where they were looking to adopt. And so they are so I don't follow them, but this is a social media type of couple. They post everything about their lives on YouTube and Instagram and all, and they do a lot of vlogging, and they are looking to adopt. And the country, I think it's Thailand, the country that they were looking to adopt from, said something along the lines of, for the first year of you having this child in your life, you are not allowed to post anything of them on social media. And I'm not too aware of why and things like that, but I'm aware of the backlash. But because basically they got cancelled over it, and they posted, and they said they had this video of saying, we are deciding to move away from this country because our whole lives are online, and we are so happy to adopt that we want to be able to share this with you and show our child. We understand that some people don't show their children on social media, but we want to do that, and you guys are a part of our community, and we want to share it with you, and that's how we see it. And it was actually very interesting because obviously I only heard about these people are getting cancelled because they are not allowed to post their children on social media, and people are stupid. But actually it was a very they seem to have thought about it and just well, sorry, but this is how we make our money, and we're public figures, and this is how we feel about it. And it's not as if they had chosen a child or whatever and then was going against that. It's just beginning of the process, and they realized this, and so they're moving away from it. It was the things we decide to put online, and it's very weird.
Yeah. And also like the thing that comes to my mind is like, why? What is the why behind, also in general in life, I think you have to find your why behind everything you do and everything you fill your life up with. But especially if you're sharing your whole life online, it's like, why are you doing it? And I want to say that a lot of people are doing it so they can also help other people and reach other people in their same situation and inspire and motivate and help and whatever it is. But we live in a world right now where people like the clout and people like the attention, and it's just that. And when someone tells us not to share something, then we're like, then we don't want you in our lives because we want to share. We want I don't know. It just seems, because when I'm thinking like I was saying before about the difference between reality and TV shows, like with TV series, they just provide the storytelling, they provide the entertainment, they provide the morals in the end, or whatever it is, like. And when it's just your life online, I don't know. Well, I'm kind of saying this, and as I'm saying it, I'm kind of feeling like I'm contradicting myself, because also with people who act in shows, they want the clout as well. But who knows? Anyway, I'm digressing. I should probably shut up now.
Well, I know, definitely not. But it's an interesting. It's you are digressing, but you should not shut up. It's just, you kind of, it's a reflection. I have a friend who I'm hoping will come on this podcast. She said this to me once, where if you're feeling a certain type of way, negative way, it's a reflection on how you feel about yourself. Seize that opportunity to understand what is wrong, like, with your perception of yourself. And so, and you talk about these people, is it a bit of jealousy because their life seems so perfect, or is it jealousy because they are succeeding with working online? It's how, it's well, we go deep and we don't go deep. I think that as long as you're not feeling, as long as you don't become a hater, and I say you pointing at myself,
sure.
as long as you don't become one of those internet trolls that you and I both get. I posted something on my Instagram the other day, which was a joke. JT opened our first couple's Christmas present without me.
Avoid.
I know.
Oh my God.
I was like, it was a gift to the two of us. I knew what it was. It was from my parents, because I said we would like that, and so they gave it to us. And so I come home on the 23rd of December, and it was open, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, did he do it by mistake, or was it like? Not that I know how you can open a present by mistake, but maybe he saw it and was like, "Oh, I wonder what this is."
No, he knew that it was a present, because we had dinner with my parents like a few days before, and we brought it back. And so, and he knew, we knew what it was, and so it was an air fryer, and
nice.
so he thought, because he's not into Christmas at all, and so he opened it in the sense that she's gonna be so happy. I've set it up and it's ready to use.
It's kind of adorable.
It is adorable. It is adorable. When I came back, I was like, you opened, this was our first, couple's Christmas present. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't open gifts before Christmas. Anyway. And so I posted that online. I thought, this is amazing. I need to be posting things about my, what I think is healthy, not healthy, and these little things that are insignificant, things like that. And I posted that, and some guy just, commented, you need to, why would you put this type of boring shit on the internet? Please stop polluting my feed. And I didn't respond to it. And I was like,
well, then you can just block me and go away.
Exactly.
No, I don't want to be on your feed.
I nearly responded, and Merry Christmas to you, but I thought, just avoid it.
Yeah.
I think all this to say, if you're not going to be, don't become one of these people who just says negative stuff for saying negative stuff. Because also, I wasn't criticizing JT. I was laughing with him. Like, I found the situation funny. So it was supposed to be funny. And it was one of my higher performing reels there were anyway. So it just goes to show people enjoy that type of thing. So as long as you as a consumer don't feel like outwardly negative to that person, and as a creator, you're not harming yourself or anyone else. I think to each their own. I think that needs to be the boiled down version.
Yeah. I just posted about one of my life's biggest mottos, which is live and let live. I don't understand why the most basic of things that we can't do in life, like we can't, first of all, just focus on living our lives.
Yeah.
And second of all, not focusing on other people's lives so